This is Vanishing Act, a featured contract where we have to kill the Vanisher and 3 guards in the Delgado mansion. We have a small complication, which is that we cannot change disguises out of our suit, and we're not allowed to knock anyone out. So we've got to go into and out of the Delgado mansion, kill all these guys, and get away with it. But don't worry, we don't need any mastery to do that. So we're just going to start at the bus stop, head up here, and destroy these cameras along the way. Now there is an opportunity to destroy the cameras when you get to the Vanisher's room anyway, so you don't really need to do that, but I don't like to get recorded if I can avoid it. So our first little tricky step here, we are going to climb this vine, and we're going to shoot 3 things. We're going to shoot that far wall, we're going to shoot that camera, and we're going to shoot the air conditioning unit. That's going to distract 2 of our targets to come out. Really quickly, we need to run over here. The first of our targets is here. Aim for his head. Don't worry if you kind of scare him. And then come over here, turn the air conditioner off, and hide. The reason why you want to shoot that wall from a distance is for whatever reason the guard will respond faster if you're not close to it. I think it has to do with whether he calls it in or not, and that depends on how far away he is from the player. So it's faster if you shoot that wall right at the top of the wall. So we're going to kill that guy. We're going to drag him over here and hide him just in case, because those 2 guys who patrol can spot his body sometimes. We're going to come over here and we're going to watch the maid on the left. She just picked that up, and there's also a guard who's looking in the direction of the maid. What we're going to do is wait for the maid to kind of finish her sweeping. The other guard should turn around the same time, and then we're going to shoot that back wall there so that that 3rd guard turns around, or 2nd guard, however you want to look at it. And we're going to come in here. Now, once you get here, you want to hide if this guy is turning around, and then you want to go behind him, like that. The maids over there may just barely see you, but you should be able to avoid them. You're going to need to come down here very quickly, because you're racing ahead of one of these targets. Come into this room and turn the money counter on. If, for whatever reason, you're too slow, just wait near the stairs and follow the target and then turn the money counter on right behind him as he walks through here. We're also going to plant one of the guns from the guy we killed in this corner, and I'll explain why we're doing that in just a second here. So because he walked near the money counter, the target is going to come into this room, which is just fine. That's exactly what we want. Just come up behind him, strangle him, and there happens to be a convenient little crate here, so we will just dump him off. Now we're going to pick his gun up, and we're going to put it over in the corner as well. Basically, we just want to have 2 random guns here in this corner. Now, why do we want to do that? Because we're going to come over here, we're going to wait for that patrolling guard to walk past the guard who's stationary, and we're going to throw a coin to get the stationary guard to come over here. Now, we did not turn off the money counter, and that's deliberate. We wanted to make sure that when this guard comes over here to check out the coin sound, he gets within radius of the money counter instead, and becomes interested in that. So what he's going to do is he's going to come in here, he's going to turn off the money counter, he's going to turn around to leave, he's going to see a gun in the corner, he's going to go pick it up, walk it over to the box that's in this same room, he's going to turn around, he's going to see a 2nd gun, he's going to go pick it up and take it to a box. That's going to distract him for a while. We're going to come in here to the Vanisher's room, turn the copier on, that should get his attention. You might also want to turn it back off, just to be on the safe side. Either way, that should get the Vanisher. If it gets the guard, which it rarely will depending on their positions, you might just have to restart, but it should get the Vanisher most of the time. So go ahead and strangle him. The evidence camera is over there. I wouldn't shoot it because this guard in here will probably hear it, but you could turn it off, just kill the cameras if you want. Like so. You do have enough time. You can see that that guy's still returning a gun. So just wait for the other guard to patrol away. We're going to get out. We're going to leave the way we came. Now we could leave other ways, like through the caverns. There are ways to do that, but just be careful with it. We're going to wait here because Rico's walking by. That was a little unexpected. Now, strange as this seems... Okay, just checking on him. He was not totally alerted. Strange as this seems, sometimes that maid can't see you at all because she's looking down. But to be on the safe side, we're going to throw a coin so that everybody's looking away from us. Now, these don't provide as much cover as you might think. so I would probably just head straight to the bathroom. And now we're going to wait again. There is a little slowdown here because I think Catalina Delgado is going to come out over to this area where she walks on her loop. And she's going to sit down and have a drink. And so that slows us down a bit, which is why if you're looking for another way out, those can tend to be a little better just because don't have as much to rely on. But other than her, everything around here is a pretty predictable pattern, so we can just wait. The maid should go, turn around. Catalina should sit down. Now, if you're feeling bold too, you could leave, go left, and try to go for the helicopter, but again, not taking too many risks here. Except that I am going to do this, which is extremely risky, but for some reason Catalina won't really see it. So we're going to come in here. Again, you can also just wait for Catalina to get up and leave the area entirely. That makes it just as easy. Come over here into the bushes. We're going to throw a coin once we've made sure that the maid is not going to be looking at us when we do. We want to make sure the guard does respond to it, which he should, because he's the closest person to it. But the main thing we're doing that for is just to get him to turn around so that we can vault over this. Now, watch carefully. Make sure that those two patrolling guards are not going to be looking right at you. It can depend on various slightly random factors, so that's not guaranteed that they're not going to be there. So just watch before you go. And we're going to come right back the way we came, go up the ladder, get down the vine, and once we're out of the mansion, we should be home free. We'll be in a public area. None of the bodies are going to be found. We have enough time here to just run straight to the bus stop and leave. This one was definitely quite tricky, and you can make it much faster by using loadout items, things like that. But this method is a little bit tight on timing, but is otherwise pretty reliable. This one was definitely quite challenging to do with just default stuff. Some unlocks of various sorts would be very helpful here. So use them if you have them, but this should work.